Welcome to the video. My name is Sayed. So let's get started. In this video, we will learn what SAP tutorial for beginners, what is SAP, what is ERP, what is S4HANA, how to install SAP GUI, SAP tips and tricks. So let's get started. So this is a mind map of SAP ERP definition, that where we can understand ERP stand for enterprise, E is for enterprise, R for resource, and P for planning. So in enterprise, we have organization, corporation, so that is representing that. Resources are logistics, for example, inventory, plants. So these are your resources and planning. So inventory planning, and you can see there's some dotted line, very light. You can see that. So that is inventory planning, warehouse planning. So all of this is happening. So this is ERP, and there are many different ERP systems, and SAP is one of the ERP system. And also there is another version of SAP called ERP, so that might be confusing. And SAP have many different modules. SAP sales and distribution, short form is SD, and WM for warehouse, FICO for finance and controlling, so on and so forth. So let me jump into the more detailed document where you can see that when you're coming into that SAP, you need to have your strong foundation. So introduction to SAP, SAP S4HANA, SAP HANA on premises. So let's get started with that. So I'm going to go to the jump to the this information is from my book that is on SAP Business Partner. So I started my first chapter with the information of introduction to SAP, and the second chapter is navigation, SAP application access, SAP GUI, and so on and so forth. So these are the essentials when you are a beginner to SAP, and I will highly recommend so starting with some kind of book like that. So introduction to SAP. SAP is the name of a German software company known for its ERP application. So that is what SAP names come from. I'm not going to read everything up here, just go high level up here. And SAP S4HANA is one of the latest version of SAP ERP system, and where it have different flavors of on-premise and on cloud, and on hybrid as well. So this is S4HANA is one of the latest version, and we will take a look into the SAP system, how to interact with that. So there are two different versions on this software: SAP S4HANA on premises and SAP S4HANA on cloud. So meaning that you can access from the SAP subscription service, and on premises that companies install the software on their services, on their servers, and so forth. So, and there is a SAP R3 3-tier system, which is used to be the older version. And what is 3-tier system stand for? Application, presentation, and database. So let me show that the screen, some figure up here. So SAP application server is here. Your computer where you access a GUI, it is go to this application server, and application server get the database server to pull the data from there and process the application, and that's how you access. And the first tier is database, for example. Second tier is application server, and the third tier is your SAP GUI application. It could be on your tablet, on your computer, laptop, so on and so forth. So that's what is it. And so that is just the definition of this, what is SAP application server is, and it is basically a mind map to define this so you can understand it better. So let's continue. Application server and presentation, database. So I'm not going to go in detail up here. So basically, application server is a server. It's a server. It's a computer that is where the SAP application reside, and it have multiple different processes going on same time too. For example, if we take a look at this transaction, laptop is accessing this application server, your computer is as well. For example, you take example of email have their application server where you access your email at that email server. For example, Gmail services, will have their database server separately, and it works with the backend, and the email server have multiple users accessing this application. So you can understand that from that standpoint. But the point I would try to make this, if the more stronger your foundation is, you can understand this better, and you can use the SAP much more better. So let me just scroll down to up here to the SAP Net Viewer is just one of the technologies where SAP allowing that allowing the system application server to be available on the cloud base. And so that was the older technology, and the newer technology is S4HANA, where what is S4HANA is basically where they put this as a they eliminated the basically the on-premise system to the not that. So it's an in-memory data processing and also SAP S4HANA database. So these are the two things that they introduced, and the in-memory processing of SAP application that made it to be more faster, and instead of just relying on the system hardware, the system allow you to use your SAP on the memory, so that is make it more faster. So if you would like to learn SAP free courses, check open.sap.com, where you can get some free courses on there as well. So let's go to the module. There are different modules available in SAP, and the short forms are there as SD for sales and distribution, WM for warehouse, and MM for material management. And so these are the modules just to represent this up here. SAP basically based out of three main areas from the business: accounting, human resource, and logistics. And here this is where the ERP system came in from. And SAP so FICO. So let me just jump to the SAP Easy Access menu. I'm not going to take you to all of these topics up here, but I would recommend, if you are starting, just check those topics out and take a look. So I'm going to jump to the SAP navigation chapter up here, and here we have SAP application access. You can access SAP with the GUI application. And how can you install that? So there is a software. You probably have your IT do this for you. If you're installing it for testing purposes, to learning purposes, you can do that. And in order to do that, this is a step-by-step guide up here. You can select the install guide up here, select what components you want front-end installer up here, and you will have SAP basically icon on your desktop that you can access. And in this book I also show how to create a new connection up here. You can click onto the new connection up here, and where you can put the information of the name of the connection, your IP address, instance number, and system ID. So that is there as well. And after that you set up, you have access to the system. So let's take a look at the system of this SAP. So I'm going to open this. So this is SAP GUI 750 up here. I'm going to double click on this connection up here, and so here we have a TCode bar up here on the top, client number, user name. You can put in there password and your language. So what is a client number? Client is basically there could be a multiple different systems are available. So let me just jump back to the document up here just to explain it better. What is system landscape? So let's start with that. On-premise application presentation. So here we are, system landscape. What is that? Is there could be a system, SAP multiple systems are identical to each other, but there are some differences. For example, SAP Sandbox might have some different options available for consultants to make some changes. There could be a development system, quality system, production system. So if you're learning, you might be going to training system or quality system, where you have different client number up here. So that is the client number is definition is, and you will be given this from your IT team and your SAP team, that what client to use when you go to the production, and also you could be having a separate connection up here into the SAP GUI application. So in this application up here, there's a connection, there could be favorites, shortcuts, there could be more than one connection for different application, for example APO and SAP ECC or SAP S4HANA. So most likely SAP S4HANA if you are a new user. So let's connect to the SAP, and here we are. So I'm gonna just use my login ID, and here we are in SAP Easy Access menu. That is the name of the screen when you log on to your system. Here are some favorites. There's some SAP menu where you can log on to the different area, for example logistics, accounting, human resource, and there are some more different areas up here. So for example, you can go to the logistics, and you can go to the sales and distribution module up here. There is a master data, and there is a business partner, and here you can see there are different areas that you have. Customer, for example, sales prospect, contact person, salesperson, and so this is to create up here. So VD01 is to create, XD01 to complete. You can select one of this. For example, let's try that to see. So when I just double click on it, it should direct to the so now redirecting to the transaction BP, as the transaction VD1 is obsolete. So it's having the old information is there, but basically new transaction is BP. And before I get started, let me show you some tips and tricks from this SAP navigation area. So SAP GUI we just saw, install and connected to the SAP Easy Access menu. It is there, TCode. So the top bar on this screen up here is called TCode bar, where you put your T-codes. For example, we just saw the message on the system. So in order to create customer, you have to do BP, business partner, and it will show you the screen to maintain business partner. So let me jump back into this document up here. So this is a TCode bar where you put different T-codes, and here's some shortcut for you. So N for number, V for sales, F for billing, M for material master, and 01 to create and change. So what does that mean? For example, if you want to remember what kind of T-code is that, for example, sales order is VA01. So V is for significance for sales, and if you want to see that a billing document, VF01 is for billing, and for example, VA01 to create, VA02 to change sales order, VA03 to display sales order, and VA05 for the report. So that is very handy trick to remember T-codes, the shortcuts. And also when you go to the T-code bar, and if you want to open a new session, you can do /O. For example, in the browser you have multiple tabs. Similar to that, you can open multiple windows on your SAP Easy Access menu. So for example, I'm going to just go to the /O. It will open a new screen for me, and it is asking that you want to create new session. I will say yes. So now here we have this one session and another two screens on this SAP. So let me go back to the document up here. /N to end current session, and /I to delete current session. For example, let me just jump back and show you that. So I am in this business partner screen up here. So I'm gonna just /N to end current session. That session is ended, and we are back to the easy access menu, and if I want to delete this session, for example, I will just /I to delete. So that deleted the screen. So /N to end a log of your save without saving. If you want to exit, /N to log off with saving, and /N ex without saving. So these are some tips you can use when you are using this. And also there are shortcuts are Control O to open new session and Control F4 to close current session. So, and here are some screenshots of this up here, and I would like to show you some of the SAP message type. So if it is warning message, error message, and exit, and success. So you can see on the screen, informational is I, warning is yellow, hard error is like a stop, and a success is a green screen. So let's take a look at with so if I go to the screen up here, and there could be some VA01, for example, just create sales order. So we will be going to the new screen of sales order creation. And if I put some random number up here to see if this is the right order type. So on the bottom you can say entry 3E, it does not exist. So that is the error message is coming up in the bottom up here. So that's how some of the messages are showing into the screen, and that's how you use the SAP Easy Access menu. So these are the basically different areas of different application. You can go to the logistics, and for sales and distribution, these are the section for that. Logistic execution is different module, material management is a different module, and you can go from there, from here to this, and you can also remember these T codes, or you can add them to the favorite. So for example, let me show you that sales inquiry. To create inquiry, you can do VA11. So I'm going to right click up here and add to the favorite. So that is a simple, easy trick. You can click up here and it will add to your favorite and it's showing the path of this transaction as well. And so let me just go back to the sales up here. So there's a shipping and transportation, billing services, billing. So if I go to the billing, and so there are some output, rebate, invoice list. So all of these different areas are available in different modules, and as per the users you might have different accesses and different transaction, or maybe from frequent transaction you're using. So if you like to learn some of the tricks that you can do is when you go to the transaction, for example, I'm going to go to the VA01, and it will take us to the sales order creation screen, and where I will show you that SAP will remember your old transactions in the so what I did, VA01. So order creation screen, I have used VA02, so it is in the change, but I'm not trying to do change order. So let's okay, so if I press spacebar on my keyboard, it remember that I entered this 3E and OR before, so automatically is bringing this in. And if I press enter, it will open up the sales order, and if I just press backspace or spacebar, it brings the information saved into the basically in memory. And if I press spacebar up here for the PO number, if I just put 15, material number, if I press spacebar, it bringing the information of the material. I can put the quantity up here, for example 2. I just put the sold to party, I did not put ship to party. It will bring automatically a PO number, material number, and quantity. So if I just press enter, system will bring about the information for this order. So now it's processing. I just press enter, and If you remember, I did not put the sales area of this customer, so it will show me the what are available sales area for this. So now it's showing me that which area you're trying to make this order for. I will just select one, double click on it, and it's showing that this material marked for deletion. So that's okay. We just want to see up here right now. So we are in the sales order. A screen appear, and ship to party automatically came in. Pricing is automatically came in, and the rest of the information. So that is you can save some less entry to create an order. So if you want to see header, sales order header, double click up here at the header level. It will take you to the header. And if I back her, and you can see different tabs available for sales, for shipping, for billing. There are different controls you can put in there, and where this information coming from. For example, it is coming from customer master, business partner information. Conditions are coming from master data, from the pricing. So these information are coming from different area, and you can change them. And if you want to see item level up here, so double click up here, item level. It will take you to the item level information. And if I go backspace up here, and how to save this order, just click on save up here on the right hand side. It will save the sales order, and your sales order has been saved with the green message up here. Standard order has been saved. So this order has been saved, and you can see this by going to the different session. So if I just enter VA02, it will not show me the it will not take us to the different session, because we have to close this session. So let me show you this error message up here. So you see, please enter the sold to party, because system is thinking we are trying to create another order after the order is created. So we just have to tell system to close the current session and open a new session to display and to take us to the change order screen. So if I just / n VA02, and it will take us to the sales order change screen. And since we save the order, it automatically pick up the order number up here and bring us to here, 3983. And so we are on change. How do we know we are on change screen? On the top you can see change sales document, and if I press enter, it will take us to the same order that we just created, and we can make changes to that. So if I delete this and put it 4, press enter, you see the pricing will change up here. So here we are in this the whole introduction to SAP. I would like to hear back from you. I will put the link of this book, the information I have shown you in the description below. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you very much.